It's a beautiful, still day on the Huon River. The water here in Huonville flows all the way from Lake Pedder, about 100 kilometres away, where there's 2 dams built alongside an active fault line. Edgar Dam and Scott's Peak Dam were built in the 1970s, but recent research shows there have been 3 earthquakes on the fault line of up to magnitude 6.9 in the past 60,000 years.
It's not necessarily going to happen in your lifetime or mine, but the things do happen.
Tasmania created flood modelling to show what would happen in the unlikely event of the dams failing, but chose to keep it under wraps to avoid causing unnecessary concern. 8 years later, it's been released under right to information to the Tasmanian Greens. The modelling suggests if Edgar Dam breaks, a flood peak of at least 9 metres would flow down the Huon, arriving at Huonville after 12 hours, where it would start to spread.
To put this into context, we're talking about a likelihood of 1 in 10,000.
Buildings throughout the centre of the town would be inundated by metres of floodwater, including the council offices, the police station and the SES headquarters. The council also called for the modelling to be released in the interest of emergency planning.
It's no different than a bushfire or any of the events that we could have. It's those 3 things that you have to have your plan.
Mock evacuations were carried out, but the flood mapping still wasn't publicly released by Hydro, meaning most residents are unaware.
To actually inform them of what would happen if either of those dams were to fail, what the evacuation procedures would be.
These maps, they're made really for emergency services response and scenario planning to be able to pull into action. So they, by nature, then they look at the worst case. They're very pessimistic.
Works to strengthen Edgar Dam have now been approved, and planning is underway to upgrade Scott's Peak Dam. But back in Huonville, locals weren't letting something that has a 1 in 10,000 chance of happening per year ruin their day.
Oh, well, if everything worries you like that, you know, it's have a big headache, I suppose.
You could spoil a lot of life by worrying about something that may never happen. And what can you do?
Adam Holmes, ABC News.